Sacramento.
Now at 10, a beloved community event at UC Davis disrupted as shots ring out. 3 people hit at a crowded park.
People got shot. Yes, we were running for our lives.
It was a stampede.
Thanks for joining us for the CBS 13 News at 10. I'm Ashley Sharp. We've been following this story all day. That shooting happened here at Community Park, just a 10-minute walk from the UC Davis campus, while thousands were celebrating Picnic Day when shots were fired around 3 p.m. Your reporter Tori Apodaca joins us live tonight from the Davis Police Department with what she's learning. Tori?
Ashley, that crime scene is all wrapped up now, but investigators here have a whole lot of evidence to go through. Those gunshots ringing out on Picnic Day, a family-friendly tradition in Davis dating back to 1909. We spoke with witnesses who described the terrifying moments.
It was scary.
So you go to a community event for the college or whatever have you, bro. On some bullshit. It's crazy. They say 3 people got shot. It's ridiculous. It seemed like, you know, as soon as the sun come out or whatever have you, or it's been a long time since it's been some events, can't wait to come to an event and do some dumb shit.
Bow, 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 bang, bang, bang. Everybody was running. It was like anxiety.
Chaos and confusion following gunshots at Community Park in Davis.
3 people got shot. Yes, we were running for our lives.
It was a stampede.
We didn't know what to do. We was like this. We don't know where to go.
Davis police confirming 3 people were shot. 2 teens and the third, a 24-year-old female. All expected to be okay.
One victim described the suspect as a black male adult, tall, thin-build, dreadlocks, blue top, black pants.
Police scanner audio giving us some clues into the suspect and the first reports of the shooting.
We heard about 10 shots.
Within minutes, a helicopter was circling above. On the ground, thousands forced to pack up UC Davis's Picnic Day early, and Little League baseball games shut down.
This is really an uncommon event.
So I bet, bro, who they was describing in the description, you can't be mad when they say the usual suspect, bro, because it was you. But I guarantee, bro, ain't go to the college. Ain't nobody that go to the, you know what I'm saying, that's on some furthering their education type shit, going to college, whatever, how you just getting in the blackouts at community events, bro. What's going on? Like, this shit.
For us, this particular situation. In my 18 years, we've never had anything like this.
A spokesperson for Davis Police says investigators are still trying to figure out what led up to the shooting.
We call it a fire hose of information. You know, you have a whole lot of people out there who are scared and they're calling the police.
We do this every year. We have great vibes.
The UC Davis fraternity, Sigma, had been advertising a block party happening at Community Park just on the other side of the playground where the crime scene was. And now...
Hold on, bro. That shit say insane picnic block party with a 3 in the middle. What this, some gangbang shit? No wonder it probably got, see, the colleges is getting more ratchet, bro.
Deleted Instagram story from the account also gave a PSA Saturday morning, asking people to not bring any conflicts or disputes to Picnic Day. I sent both of these posts to Davis Police, but they could only confirm a group was permitted to be there, but couldn't say which group it was.
Everybody thought it was firecrackers,
yes,
but
firecracker.
It wasn't. Everybody had to get low.
The shooting shattering the iconic community event in the college town, turning it.
Bro, so yeah, this shit is ratchet, bro. And it, you know, they be fake excited when they have some like little thug moments and shit like that, but it ain't really nothing to play with, bro. Female got hit up out there, and it usually be some weirdo shit like that, bro. Somebody hella innocent get hit up. But you I ain't gonna lie, bro. They on your ass. We gonna get into it, though. Fool.
So they responded to the park and located 3 victims of gunshot wounds. They were all treated on scene by medical personnel and transported to the hospital. As part of our normal planning process, there was already a large amount of officers in town from neighboring agencies as part of our Picnic Day process, as well as pretty much full staffing from our agency. A lot of those officers responded, including Davis Fire and AMR personnel, to locate and treat those victims. Since then, we have since cleared the park. There's a large contingent of officers there on scene while investigators process the scene. Currently, this is a very preliminary investigation, so details are going to change as we learn and discover new things.
Is there any information you can give us on identities of the victims, such as male, female, age range?
I just don't understand, bro. If you got issues with somebody, why y'all both don't just go to a random parking lot and duel it out, bro? Don't come to a public event. None of that, bro. Trying to act tough and thuggy. That shit is weird, bro.
Yeah. So right now we know that 2 of the victims are juvenile teenagers. One a Davis resident and we believe a Sacramento resident. The other is a 24-year-old. I actually don't know the sex of the individual.
Are you able to say if the event at the park was related to picnic day?
It's unsure, but it's assumed. I mean, there's large gatherings all over the city. That's very common for today. It's just part of the culture of the event.
Suspect still on the loose?
Correct. The suspect still is outstanding, is yet to be identified.
No weapons recovered?
Not at this point, no.
Did that party have a permit? Was it affiliated with a student group?
So there was a permitted party there. That particular event, that group has had multiple events over past picnic days at Central Park, never with any violence or any issues related to that. I can't say for sure that the entire large group was related to that particular event.
Which group was that?
So they done brought the activities to UC Davis, bro. You heard it was 2 youngsters got hit up and one who on some immature shit, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like it was 3 people involved in the altercation. One person had blicking, got the blicking. But the thing about it, bro, is why you even come to these events if you on some bullshit, knowing they gonna catch. And guess what? When they catch you, bro, they gonna try to throw you away for this weird, bro. You at a school campus, it's hella, you in danger of hella people. You just thinking like, I don't know what you think.
I don't have that information.
In the post on Facebook, you mentioned that there was one individual that had been trampled. Can you kind of talk about what the aftermath of the shooting was like?
So at this point, we're not sure if that information is accurate. That was initial information that we had received. Again, all very preliminary, so we're getting kind of a fire hose of information coming in from all the people in the park. At this point, we believe that is likely inaccurate. However, it was a large group, and our officers reported a lot of people running in different directions, as you would expect.
The area where the shooting actually happened, what did it look like? Because when we're out there right now, it obviously is all cleared out.
Yeah.
But we know before that there were, easy ups in some parts, people with their picnic blankets. Was that area one of the spots that did have the easy up? What did it look like?
I actually don't know the individual spots where the shootings occurred, if they were in one centralized location or if this occurred over a space. I don't have that information yet. It's too preliminary. Our investigators are still out there. So,
But you heard what he say, right? It's a water hose of information. He ain't talking about the little water hose in the yard. He talking about the fireman water hose. Yeah, everybody giving up scrap, bro. It was a in the dreads and the blue jeans and yeah, he came with in a blue car, hella shit. You finished, bro. And it's, see, the thing is, it ain't like I'm rooting for it, like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? But you out of pocket. Like, it be a bunch of out of pocket shit going on. Like I say, bro, y'all need to go to a random parking lot and have it out. It don't make no sense to put other people in danger and all this other shit. And plus, bro.
You mentioned staffing was up, but this park was not in the immediate vicinity of campus. Will police staff to be able to handle that much of a large crowd kind of outside of the immediate picnic day area?
yeah, so we had dozens of officers upstaffed for today. While I can't say that we're necessarily ever prepared, or any law enforcement agency is ever prepared to handle an event like that, we were as staffed as we could be for this particular day.
Did you call for mutual aid? Because I saw different agencies out there.
Good question. Yeah, we did. We did have a lot of officers in town already as part of our mutual aid plan just for picnic day. But we did ask for outside agency help from, I believe, the city of Sacramento, the city of West Sacramento, the city of Woodland, and I believe the Old County Sheriff.
What's your message to the community right now? I mean, picnic day is such an event that brings out so many people.
Yeah, this is really an uncommon event for us. This particular situation. In my 18 years, we've never had anything like this.
Bro, you hear that? It's an uncommon event. That means you went out there on, you on some other shit. So they about to put hella resources into figuring out who did this shit that ain't that common in their city. You know what I'm saying? You brought that shit from South Shack, Iraq, or wherever you come from, bro. Yeah, they like, all right, we finna investigate this shit now, and that's where we fuck up at most of the time.
We do our best to keep this community safe during this event. It's supposed to be a fun event for families, and I think it still is. This is the one-off. Our officers are there quickly. In fact, we had officers on scene when the incident occurred, and we were able to stabilize that scene relatively quickly given the scale. I believe this event is still very family-friendly and safe for folks to go out and have a good time.
That permitted party at the park, would that permit come through the police department?
It goes through a channel of departments through the city, but generally it comes to us for things like noise, street closures, things to that nature. So yes, that did touch our hands.
We spoke with someone whose kids were playing baseball across the street, and their question is, why was such an event allowed across from the Little League fields where there's a playground right nearby?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not sure the event itself, what it is, but we don't allow permits for things that aren't perceived to be safe. I mean, this was an event for people to gather and celebrate Picnic Day. I don't know if the proximity to a Little League field would have changed.
See, it ain't. I think the bigger issue, like, cause you trying to take preventative measures, right? But the people should be able to be free, bro, and do what they gonna do. Y'all want to throw an event, whatever. Hey, okay, y'all throw an event. Just make sure y'all handle whatever happens after the fact. And it ain't common, but you know what's crazy, right? Them who is responsible for this shit or whatever, how you know damn well they seen the police. It's they had a police presence out there. So you walking past the police, whatever, how you still decide to do some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still, bruh.
The permitting process for that.
Can you speak to what the investigation will look like moving forward when there is such a large number of witnesses?
Yeah. So, I mean, first and foremost, we got to really get with our victims and our detectives to get their firsthand statement, and they're working on that right now. And then any information that we've gathered from individuals there at the park, like I said, there was a large amount of officers on scene, a lot of eyes out there. We'll be requesting assistance from the public for people who may have been videotaping or pictures or may have saw something. We're doing a lengthy follow-up investigation to really get to the bottom of it.
What are the severity of the injuries for those 3 victims? And also, is there any information you can give the public about a suspect description?
Let's separate that into 2 questions there. At this point,
you know what's crazy, right? I guarantee I'm almost like 70-80% sure my Sacramento Gang Archives is gonna have the true details on this shit. So just imagine if he know, the police know for sure.
We believe that the injuries are non-life threatening. While I don't know the exact condition of the victims, that's the information that we have at this time. We're still waiting on updates, which we'll get throughout the day and the night. And I'm sorry, what was the second question?
Suspect description at all? Anything you can tell the public?
At this point, no. It was, we called a fire hose of information. You have a whole lot of people out there who are scared and they're calling the police, and we're getting a lot of conflicting information that all came in at once. So again, this is very preliminary, and what our detectives and our officers are out there doing is really trying to find, a congruent indication of what actually happened and who was involved.
You mentioned the fire hose of information, but is there any indication at this point that this started with a brawl, or was there more than one shooter perhaps?
At this point, it's unknown. Again, it's so preliminary and people are running in different directions. That's why we have to go back and really do a thorough investigation.
Does it make a difference that this happened within the safety enhancement zone that was established for Picnic Day?
The safety enhancement zone is really specifically targeting municipal code type things and infraction-based crimes that are like drinking, possession of alcohol.
Yeah, man. So it's a good thing that nobody lose their life or get injured too bad. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're looking out for your folks, especially when it's about to start getting hotter. Hella shit. Just keep your head on the swivel. Just pay attention, bro. This shit be wild. I'm sure they gonna get to the bottom of it though. Of course, bro, it's a tragedy. What's even stranger is that with the weather starting to get back nice or whatever, it's probably gonna be a lot more weird activity going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. It's strange. You know what I'm saying? People need to find something productive to do with their time. You feel me? Stop wasting energy on the wrong things. Because guess what? When they catch up to you, bro, for some crazy shit or whatever, you going to have a whole lot of time on your hands. You know what I'm saying? And you going to be like, damn, I could have been doing this. I could have been doing that. Whatever, But, I mean, shit. It is what it is, bro. They had Haiti Baby went up there. He performed and whatever, and it was like I like when those events, bro, like these college events, be balanced, right? It's a good educational, whatever they getting indoctrinated, educate, whatever, right? And then they can still have fun without some bullshit going on. But it seems like, these college campuses and these functions, wherever a function is at, man, you better have your head on the swivel type shit, and it's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, but yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. And it sound like that was the wrong description of, bro, like somebody, imagine bro with the dreads, he like, hold on, I was trying to break the fight up, y'all done got me as the description of the shooter. That's out. That ain't gonna work, but they say they got a water hose of information. I told you, like I say, they gonna get to the bottom of it, bro. Yeah, it's simple. It ain't like I'm rooting for them or whatever, but I definitely ain't rooting for your weird ass. It's just about the stinking thinking like, fool. Stop thinking it's cool to go to events, blicked up, ready to shoot the whole party up. Hell is shit like what? You think that you don't got no respect for human life? You don't respect your damn life because you don't care about going to go do a million years. It's like, just, bruh, get it together. I mean, shit, though. Like, but, yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think.
Shout out to We Is Gang TV in here. A young blogger that caught my attention some few months back. I tap into your all the time. Appreciate your perspective. Keep doing your thing. Keep building. Keep grinding. You got a blue wrench in here just because I respect your platform. I appreciated you being in here. W.I.G.
Somebody did it. W.I.G.
Hey, I fuck with you, my nigga. I ain't never stop, ain't no. Hey, shout out. Hey, that's the King of California right there.
Now and now later.